in that huddle. He wants them going out there with some intensity. Live from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Now let's go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to catch up with head coach Scott Brooks.
Kevin, he told me that basically on the defensive end, if they can do a good job on their outside shooters, everything else should fall into place. He said, listen, if we can force them to work the ball inside on a consistent basis, we feel like we have an excellent chance to win. We'll see, guys.
Thank you, Doris. Devising a strategy, Clark, to take away that three-point shot.
Yeah, I think it's an important part of the defensive game plan because teams nowadays are just too good to not defend them from behind the three-point line.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Chris Bosh has checked in for Dan, and it's Jamal Franklin in for Mario Chalmers.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should really continue to work it down low, Clark. That's really going to free up the rest of their offense.
No good from Lamb.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
Napier kicks to Granger. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Now it's a 5-point Miami lead.
Well, if you remember early in Eric Spoelstra's head coaching career, when he was new and the big three were assembled, there were some people questioning Spoelstra's command, maybe even within the team. Those questions are long gone now. He has become an excellent head coach.
And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
In terms of rebounding, it's been a sensational opening quarter.
I like sensational. That's a good word for it.
Napier kicks to Franklin. Wide open. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
Well, they got beat up the last time they saw these guys. You know, they were in foul trouble all game. I think they had a beef with the officiating, but whatever it was, they've got to avoid that same issue this time around.
Lock at 6. Franklin with the steal. Miami leading by 5. Napier kicks to Granger. Here's the 3, and that one's good. Granger's got 5. And to continue, Clark, what Steve was talking about, they were whistled for an inordinate amount of fouls in that game, I recall.
Well, Kevin, they can blame the officials all they want, but when you lose as big as they did, I mean, things wouldn't have been a lot different if they had gotten all the calls. So let it go.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Boy, he just battled through that initial impact and somehow willed it in.
Excellent concentration. That's what you like to see.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Hasheem Thabit. Durant comes in for Perry Jones. Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Jeremy Lamb. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Wingate passes to Robertson. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just a tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Now Chalmers, and he really played well against Denver. Here's Napier. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. He could go. So the first quarter wraps up with some nice...
Come out and join the crowd. Watch your Thunder live and in person. Multi-game packages still available to see Dub, one of the best in the league. Come out and welcome our sensational new rookie.
And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Chris Anderson out there with Chris Bosh. Then there's Danny Granger. Then it's Jamal Franklin. And it's Napier in at the 1. Anderson dishes to Granger. Pass to Napier. For 3. And he gets it to go. Napier's got 5.
They're hovering around 50% for the game in three-pointers. That's pretty good. But they've really elevated here in the second quarter.
Off the screen. And the shot is long.
Good rebound there, but overall, they're getting outworked on the glass.
Steve, I think that's what you'd expect, seeing what the score is.
Well, you look at Jeremy Lamb, physically 6'5", almost a 7-foot wingspan. Jumps well. He's got all the tools to be special at both ends of the floor.
Shot on the way. That is good. 9 points for Russell Westbrook.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Granger kicks to Napier. And a miss there on the triple. Looking at Oklahoma City, they took the win in their last game against the Atlanta Hawks.
And I thought, guys, they were the beneficiary of what was some lackluster defense being played against them.
I agree with you. I mean, it was really shocking how many free runs to the hoop they got.
No matter who it is, that kind of defense is not going to cut it.
Miami leading by 3. Franklin passes to Bosch. Granger. Here's Napier, defended by Durant. Here's Napier. Three-pointer, Granger. They get it back. Bosch. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. .144 left in the first half of basketball. Chalmers dishes to Dang. And the pass to Franklin. Kicks to McRoberts. No good. Great D that time from Wingate.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots just have not dropped for him today.
On the wing, Jackson fires the 3. Miami grabs the miss. Tang's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
And their energy level at the defensive end was fantastic in that game, guys. They made finding an open shot very difficult in half-court situations.
And I thought, Steve, they excelled in transition defense as well. The energy level you talked about was obvious in that part of the game, too.
Oklahoma City trailing. Jackson kicks to McGarry. Back to Jackson. Wingate a screen on Day. Pass to Wingate. 6 on the shot clock. He feeds it to Robertson. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Second chance shot. Off the left rim and out.
You know, when the shot's not there for you, you've just got to recognize it and move the ball on.
Yeah, I think he had tunnel vision right there. His only thought was to shoot it, no matter what else was going on.
Nick Roberts, the pass to Franklin. Feeds to Dang. That will count. Drilled it just as the horn sounds.
And Kevin, he had the eye of the tiger there.
And now, brought to you by Sprint. The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Here's Granger. He has 5. Backcourt tandem, Westbrook and Jeremy Lamb. Nick Collison out there with Steven Adams. And it's Wingate in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Bosch dishes to Chalmers. Passes it to Napier. Heat moving the ball around. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. The Thunder, and especially Kevin Durant, seem to be on the clock for when are they going to win a title. But they still haven't closed the deal yet.
And Kevin, there's no guarantee that you'll win a title. Even if you are a really good team with star players, it just doesn't always automatically happen. I mean, that's not a given, even though they're chipping away at it and they've made some great progress over the last 4 or 5 years. Those things are hard to get.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, guys, Dove in the last outing against the Hawks provided a nice lift. He chipped in his share of points and added 3 rebounds as well. He really was the second unit for his team in a great performance, guys.
All right, Doris. Well, guys, coming off a performance like that has got to have him supremely confident right now.
Well, that never seems to be a problem for him, but you're right, Kevin. He has to be feeling at the top of his game right now.
Well, when you play well, it feeds confidence, and when you've prepared to play well and it works out that way, it does add another level of confidence to your next game.
And to your point about the Thunder, I'm not sure if they're missing anything roster-wise. Up and down, there are very few holes for this team.
And you know why he was open there. They didn't commit too much defense to him, and you can see why. He has trouble making that shot.
And there's the feet to Franklin. Napier. Right side Bosch. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Napier for the lead. And blocked. And Lamb with that clear path to the hoop. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. They get Danny Granger. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Their defense has been outstanding, Kevin. Closing out on shots, blocking a lot of them as well.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. McGarry's checked in for Steven Adams. Durant comes in for Nick Collison. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Mick Roberts' shot is good. Mick Roberts has got 6 here in this quarter.
And, you know, going back to what you said about the Thunder, they have the stars and the depth, but maybe adding a few more veterans here and there could help them stay tougher in close games. I think that's the one area they're looking to improve in. More veteran leadership and toughness.
Boy, where was the box out? Too easy on that second chance opportunity.
Yeah, no box out is what happened there. Those kind of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
He kicks it to Dang. Right side Dang to the paint. Nick Roberts. And he jams it with authority. This game's going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is over here.
Well, you know what, Kevin? Come on, Kevin. I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up. I mean, he threw it down with force.
Ranger with the screen for Chalmers. Dang kicks to McRoberts. Backing him down. And there's the foul. And it's on Josh McRoberts. That's it. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Adams, the pass to Westbrook. Westbrook gets a screen from Wingate. Outside Westbrook. But they recover it.
Multiple possessions have been the story of the game, and even with the big lead, this team continues to be quicker to the ball.
On the floor for Miami, we've got Dang. Chris Bosh is out there with Chris Anderson. Then it's Chris Middleton, and it's Granger in at the 3 spot. Jackson kicks to Westbrook. Dishes to Collison. And there's the pass to Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. The shot, no good. And the Heat going the other way now. And Clark, they're going to have to make a pretty big comeback here.
Yeah, I think so, but I don't think the clock is a factor right now, at least not yet. I mean, they don't need to change their pace of play. Keep attacking.
Yeah, I agree. You got to make sure you take your time, but start to be more effective and efficient with each possession, and you got to buckle down defensively.
Oklahoma City's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc, 6 of 15. And Wingate gets it to go.
You know, sports medicine, really a key part to keeping NBA players on the court. It's getting so advanced, as are most things when it comes to performance and performance enhancement. But I read recently that they've discovered a new knee ligament You think they'd have it all mapped out by now, but apparently not. They continue to make new discoveries.
That's exactly what they had in mind on that possession.
It's the lead pass, and he gets the bucket. And the Thunder lead by 13.
Intelligent passing there to make that hoop possible.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Granger can't get that one to fall. Westbrook drives in. Jackson with it, and Granger picks him up defensively. Wingate a screen on Granger. And Danny Granger gets the whistle that time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That 4th foul might force him to scale back the aggression defensively a little bit. He does not want to pick up number 5.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Josh McRoberts comes in for Chris Anderson. And it's Jamal Franklin in for Chris Middleton.
You know, his finishing ability leaves a lot to be desired, guys. He needs to take it to the basket stronger.
Tries from 16. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Wingate's got 6 rebounds here tonight. He passes it to Westbrook. Westbrook gets a screen from Wingate. Westbrook with the bucket.
Boy, it's been a poor defensive effort. When that ball has gone inside into the post, they've been in trouble.
Yep, points in the paint clearly going against them now.
Dang dishes to Granger. Drills it from outside.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
And so here is Oklahoma City. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Stolen by Bosch. Jackson against Granger. The dish to Bosch. Kicks it to Dang. Good, and it's Bosch picking up the assist. And that's 20 points for Luol Deng. The Thunder leading by 10. They swipe it. Here's McRoberts. Rejected by Wingate. And he recovers it. That's good.
His shooting has been so good today. He may have to take it upon himself to try to get his club out of this hole.
Outside Jackson. Outside Westbrook. Wingate a screen on Deng. Westbrook double team. Just 5 on the clock. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists tonight. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. He's not pleased with the careless turnovers offensively, saying, listen, we've got to get shots. It's as simple as that. We have to play smart and value the basketball. Kevin did it sink in.
Outside Jackson. Jackson off the pick from Wingate. Westbrook with it. He's picked up by Dang. Westbrook passes to Collison.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Here's Napier. Kept alive. Leaps for it, and that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
Still Thunder ball.
Oklahoma City's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. Outside Westbrook. And he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line.
Well, he's really good defensively at anticipating plays and then forcing players into areas where they don't want to go and where they become more vulnerable for turnover.
And also, he's one of those guys who can cover 94 feet in the blink of an eye and often does, with or without help on the break.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Chris Anderson is checked in for Bosch. Haslam comes in for Josh McRoberts. And Middleton subbed in for Luol Deng. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The Thunder shooting here in the fourth quarter around 41%. Clark, and they can just let the clock run out here.
No argument with that W.
Wingate. From down in the low post, it goes. And the Thunder lead by 12.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
A very solid performance in a lot of areas for them.
Here's Napier. Knocked loose. Here's Roberson. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win.
Your team breezed the victory this time around. It's got to be nice to get a little break tonight in the midst of a long season with more close games than you'd probably like. Your thoughts?
It was really good to see the team playing so well. It's one thing to see the guys looking sharp in practice, but that doesn't always translate over into games, you feel me? But this time it did, and then some. To me, that just means that we all on the same page. We all buying into what Coach has to say, and that's a good thing. He's the one that knows best how to make this team succeed. Let's hope now we can keep this momentum going for a little while. You heard?
We behaving hard. We behaving hard. Fast one, slow one. We behaving hard. We behaving hard.
Here we go, huh?
Fast one, slow one. We behaving
Yo, when I was young, man, my dad had a house. I catch a contact and talk like Eka Mouse. Go to school, act like I'm pulling out. Kinda funny, cause I used to freak my teachers out. Like, dang, dang, diddy, dang, dang. Sin. So much me go teach you about. Piece of the one black Johnny and out in the club. Everybody on Sinatra. Look around. Everybody on Sinatra. I ain't talking about they call. I'm talking about and go ha 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 ha. I mean, just go bonkers, make the young girls wild, and then go let's make the smile. They don't need binoculars. Make wanna pull out. They got you. Ring, ba bum ba bum. Parasol can, ba bum ba bum. Monkey outside, ba bum ba bum. All night, ba bum.